Hey guys, how are you? Okay, so I'm all moved in San Diego, in Encinitas exactly. And so the last few weeks have been a bit crazy between the athletes camp and then Chris Moore funeral in Memphis and everything. So sorry about the videos, but that's it. I'm all moved in. And actually, with the schedule the way I organize it now, I have way more time to train, way more time to focus on Strongfit and everything we want to do, because I don't have to deal with the logistics of the gym in LA. So it's been pretty cool. I get to spend more time with my daughter. We can go to the beach. Getting a nice tan. Training is back on track. So actually, I'm very, very happy. And before I go over a few things that is happening, I wanted to talk about last weekend. So last weekend, for those of you that know, I went to Memphis for Chris Moore's funeral. A service we had for him at the Japanese Garden in Memphis, and it was very touching. There was a video done and everything. Gianni and the kids were there, Max and Meme. It was very, very touching. It's still like all of us had basically the same impression of shock on our faces, like really not understanding. Still to this day right now, I still don't get that Chris is not going to be in Europe with me for the seminars, helping me with everything. He's still 35 years old. Massive heart attack. That's it. And that's still something to have a hard time really realizing. But it really hit me when I saw the kids walking around. They were like happy, smiling, which was great to see. But then I realized they're going to grow up without knowing him. And that's when it really hit me that he died. And so I talked a little bit at the funeral because they wanted me to. But basically the idea was I just wanted to explain to people what Chris meant to me, because we met actually we were good friends, but we only met not even a year ago. We met at the Crossfit Games a year ago. And actually Charlotte, my producer, is the one who introduced me to Barbell Shrug. I knew of them, of course, but never actually met them. And then Charlotte heard me on the podcast and asked me if I wanted to go on Barbell Shrug. I'd watched them a bunch of times, so I was like, I would love to. It'd be awesome. It would be outside of the platform they would provide me to talk about my stuff. It would be great to just to shoot the shit with the guys for a few hours. I thought it'd be awesome. And then we started talking, and then at the games I met the guys from Barbell Shrug, and then with Chris, right away I started to explain my system, and then we hit it off. And so fast forward a few weeks, and then about a month, and then they came to the gym. We did 2 Barbell Shrug episodes, and then basically it changed my life. It gave me a platform that allowed me to reach a lot of people. After that, everybody appreciated the episodes a lot, and so everything changed from there. I don't know if it changed my life, but it sure changed a lot of things. In a way, yeah, it changed my life. I'm sure eventually I would have gotten the message out there, but they gave me a platform I didn't have, that's for sure. And so it changed a lot of things, that's for sure. For the better, obviously. And from there, we stayed in touch with Chris because we hit it off on a lot of we read the same books. We just became friends, basically. And then me being in Encinitas, because he was in Carlsbad, so we had like brunch every Sunday morning with the kids, and we got to to talk more and more and to get pretty close. I consider him a good friend. I don't have many of those, but he was one, no question. And actually it changed things again for me, because I was very content to be in San Diego. You can tell the view from my house. It's not bad. I was very content to do this, Invictus, everything going well, the athletes. And he basically is the one who put the seed in my head to do the seminars worldwide, because he was like, at the time he was leaving Barbell Shrug to do his own thing, which is the studio he's opening with Charlotte in London called Iron Hearts Studios. And he wanted to do a world tour with me. Basically, he was like, literally, he said, let's go do a world tour. Let's do a Strongfit seminar world tour. Let's get you through Europe, and then after that, Australia, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, nah, man. I'm comfy here. Things are easy. Things are good. It's moving. I was like, yeah. And then he kept insisting. And he basically put the seed in my head, and one day I was like, okay, shit, let's do this. And then my life changed again when I decided to do the seminars. But really, he's the one who put the seed in my head to go worldwide this year. I think I would have waited more. He was like, no, man, you should do this. You deserve to do more. Your message should get out there. Just move. And so I did. But that's really him who put that seed in my head. And then we start. So we got closer, and then I'd asked him to do the website with me, because we really wanted to partner up to to get the message out there. And so a lot of the stuff out there are, I mean, we talked a lot with Chris about his vision, what he wanted for himself, what he wanted to do in life, and I told him what I wanted to do with Strongfit, and we came up some really cool ideas, him and I, on how to move this forward, because we both had that idea that we wanted to help people. Him, he wanted to empower people. Me, I want to fix them. And so the two of us, we had that vision of moving forward with Strongfit a certain way. And so I went to Memphis to be there for Jenny and the kids, really. That's why I went there, to be supportive to them. For Chris, my support will be my actions moving forward, like moving forward with the idea we had, him and I. That will be really my support for Chris. Like his message will never die. As long as Strongfit moves forward, I'll pursue exactly the vision that we both shared on, you know, to help people. And so, speaking of this and the seminars, one of the ideas that he had, like he wanted to do some kind of a scholarship for the seminars this Europe, which means the idea was we would give a young coach, like a student of the Strength Games out there who wants to come to one of my seminars but does not have the money. You're going to send your story, right? This is, Chris had actually, I'll post it on Facebook, but Chris had an entire thing. So this is what he wanted, so we're going to do it his way. You're going to send at scholarships at strongfit.com. I will put the email address at the bottom of the YouTube link, right? Scholarships at strongfit.com. You will send us your story, 500 words or less. You don't just tell us your story. Tell us which seminar you want to come to, and so we'll send you a free ticket to attend. We want to help the youngsters starting out there, maybe the next great strength coach. Sometimes it's hard to get started. I know that one. And we want to help some of you. So you have to submit your story. Keep it under 500 words, but tell me who you are, right? Charlotte and I will review all this. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you want to do. Tell us how you want to help people, and we'll try to help you the best we can, right? So tell us which seminar you want to attend in Europe, where you're located, and then we'll sponsor you into one of our seminars, and we'll call it the Chris sponsorship program, right? And then I'm going to keep doing that for the website and then the seminars, and at every seminar I'll offer at least a free spot. On the website there'll be a free spot. There'll be a free spot for everything, free t-shirts, whatever. I'll call it the Chris sponsorship. And then in his memory, I will try to teach and form. I will be the mentor in memory of Chris for one of you guys that wants to be a strength coach, that wants to help humankind like we do, and that wants to move forward. Okay, so we'll do that in his honor. So it's a sponsorship. It's at strongfit.com. Okay, send us your story, and then by July 29th, please, because that's when I leave for Europe, and then we'll answer by August 1st. We'll tell the people who gets to go where. Okay. Okay, so that's for the Chris part. Now, let's move forward a little bit with everything else. So I released my template through Invictus, right? At the bottom here, I'll put another link to the template that you can get at invictus.com, crossfitinvictus.com. I'll get the link and everything. It's $29 a month. It's under Strongman template. Now, the name is actually, I'm probably going to change it because I feel the name doesn't explain what this is. The template is not a strongman template in the sense of that's not what I would use in order to go to the nationals strongman competition. That's not what this is. It's really, the template is my base core training. This is what I use to fix imbalances in people. So I do use strongman movement, yes, totally, because I feel they allow me to hit certain things in planes of movement I don't have with traditional barbell work, right? All the carries, all that stuff. I need certain equipment to be able to do everything that I want. And strongman movement allow me to do this. A barbell alone, unfortunately, is not enough. So that's why we call it the strongman program, but I feel it's kind of the wrong term for this. This is really the Strongfit template in the sense of this is designed like using the critical mass, the system that I have. I don't know if you guys remember, the shaft, the box, and the circle, right? The box has 4 corners. And I look at CrossFit and I see the imbalances that are created within CrossFit. The fact that everything is up and down, so through the planes of movement, we don't have enough things. The fact that there is only a loading patterns in CrossFit, and mostly squat, push and pull, but not enough really of hinging. The energy systems are lacking, and the types of contraction. There is no eccentric and isometric in CrossFit. So that amounts to a lot of imbalances within the training system of CrossFit. And so the idea of this template is to plug those holes. That is why I created the template. So in a way, it doesn't have that much to do with strongman, not the sport of strongman anyway. It is more like a training template in order to fix the imbalances that I see. Like, I'm pretty good with faulty patterns. That's my thing, right? And I saw the same patterns within CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting, and I designed this template in order to fix those issues, right? So that's really what that template is for. So this is basically a program I use for myself. For me, it's my core program, which means I do that no matter what. It's a 2-day-a-week template. You can split it in 3 if you want to. That's usually what I did, so I could hit everything harder. All that work, like the 2-day work, basically I would split it in 3 days, and that would be my core program, which means this, no matter what, I would do per week. And added on that was specific training that I would use. If I wanted to go more toward powerlifting, more toward pure strongman, I would add to that. But no matter what, this was my training every week. And this is basically the program I use to fix all the athletes, or all the people that I fix. I use that template first. Why? Because it covers all the imbalances that I see in general, outside of CrossFit, also from Western lifestyle, never putting things overhead, never sitting too much, things like that. That is the main template I use for a vast majority of my people. I always start with that. Because most people come to me with imbalances and usually not in the kind of shape I want them to be in, so I'll put them through 4 weeks of that template, and whatever sticks out after 4 weeks, whatever is not fixed through the basic template, then I'll do my thing and try to analyze better, and then we'll really go after the program. And no matter what, that template you're going to do. Even if you train with me twice a week, I'm going to make you do that template no matter what, and then I'll add things depending on what you need. So I feel it's a tremendous tool out there. I think 150 people already joined. I highly recommend that you join it. $29 a month is really worth it, because if you contact me to help you, you're going to have to do that template anyway. So I strongly suggest you go out there. The equipment needed is not that big. You need a yoke. So if you don't have a yoke, because I love that overhead carry movement, you can always use a bar with chains, kettlebell at the bottom. Do not use bands. Why? Because the bands make the weight go up and down. So now you're going to stabilize in a sagittal plane, up and down, which is not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is stabilization this way, in the frontal plane, right? Away and toward me. So the yoke with the weight at the bottom being shifting allows you to stabilize in the plane of movement that I'm looking for. And so that's why I don't like the bands that much. So worst case, if you don't have a yoke, buy a yoke, it's better. If you don't have a yoke, don't get the bands, get the chains with kettlebell at the bottom. It's going to swing this way, which is not good. If you use a bar and chains with kettlebell, any kind of weight, know that it's very aggressive on your shoulders. It is not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is a yoke. If you don't have a yoke, well, we're going to have to find something else, but careful with the weight, it is aggressive on the shoulders. Okay, so you're going to need a yoke for the template. You're going to need ropes, 100-foot rope, because I love rope pulling. I'll explain why the template is built the way it is, but first, equipment. You're going to need a 100-foot rope at least. 125 is better. 1.5 inch, 2 inch diameter, whatever you want. I like polydichron. It's a better quality because the manila eventually gives you too many splinters. You're going to need a sled, because that sled, we're going to drag it, chain handles, and then just walk backwards. That's a sled drags. We're going to push it, sprints forward, very important. And you're going to have some kind of a harness, whatever, around there, and then we're going to bear crawl it, right? That's a very important part. And then you're going to need sandbags, because you're going to need to squat it, you're going to need to clean and jerk, you need to heavy squat, and you're going to have to do long carries and workouts with them. So those are the things you need for the template. So not a massive amount. Farmer's walk also would be great, because there is some of it, because that's a movement I like a lot. So not a tremendous amount of equipment, but some equipment needed. Unfortunately, a bar alone will not do it. So those are strongman movement. We need some equipment, but out of those 2 days a week, I feel you can do a tremendous amount of work with that. That would be a great complement to CrossFit, and that's why I designed it like that. So I had 150 people already joined, so that's a lot of questions I get. So first of all, let me go over the prowler real quick. Energy system with CrossFit and then you saw that at regionals a lot, basically. Everything in CrossFit right now is those 12 to 20 minute workouts, if not more. I mean, everything in CrossFit is a grind now. I've been saying that a lot, but everybody knows how to pace, right? Everybody knows their number, how many reps they can do. They know not to redline, otherwise the rest of the workout goes down. So everybody became very, very good at pacing, which is really, really good at grinding, basically. And so the major problem I saw with that is now, when you ask CrossFitters to give like a 30 seconds max effort, where they have, it's heavy, but they give me everything they have, it become like a tremendous issue. Like, for example, I have a workout that is on the template that I like a lot with prowler sprints, where you choose about 100 feet, 120 feet, right? And you're gonna have to go max speed at 10 feet per second. So 100 feet, 10 seconds. Let's go 120 feet under 12 seconds, right? So you're gonna put enough weight. I can't give you exactly the number because it depends on the sled that you're using and the parking lot, because of, the texture of the parking lot, dragging and things like that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna run the first one, you're gonna put enough weight that you do that distance of 120 feet under 12 seconds, like exactly at 12 seconds. And we're talking Usain Bolt at the Olympics. You're gonna go as fast as you can, right? And then on the minute, you're gonna come back. So 12 seconds to go there. On the minute, after 48 seconds, you come back, right? Every time it's full speed. And now we're talking literally, you have to give me what you got. There's no grinding there. It's hinging and give me what you got. And now what we're gonna see is how many of them you can do on a minute. Most CrossFitters won't make it to 5. If you go over 14 seconds for that distance, you're out, because that means you're not hinging anymore. You're turning your feet in, you're squatting, you're slow, it's over. Most CrossFitters don't make it to number 5. I know it's crazy, but they do 4 sprints, the 5th they die. That always surprises me, because I can go to 8 or 9 minutes with more weight. I mean, I have big ass, so I guess my glutes help on that one. But I'm also more toward the power athletes. I can't do any of the CrossFit stuff that they do, that's for sure. But on things like that, I feel it's a weakness, because are most CrossFit workouts longer than the 30 seconds? Obviously, but you always need that afterburner button. There are moments where this last round of a CrossFit workout, or last few reps, last 30 seconds, you have to have that button, that afterburner, where, okay, you're next to the guy, it's whoever does the most reps in the next 20 seconds that win the workout. You saw that at regional so many times. How many times did you see people running to the finish line, one passing the other on the last second or stuff like that? Literally, it's, 2 seconds can be the difference between first place and 5th place. We saw that on many, many workouts. You have to train that particular energy system, like that top sprint, like that afterburner button, where you learn to give everything you got on a very short amount of time, like something on the prowler sprints or stuff that are very light and fast. And I feel CrossFitters have lost that. Like, I get guys coming from football, no problem. They come, they hit that 30 seconds, they go very fast. Good CrossFitters, they can go slow forever. But when it comes to that kind of workout, they struggle a lot, and a lot more than they should. And so that's something we've been working on a lot at Invictus. Like, every Wednesday morning now, we have those ridiculously hard workouts where I make them sprint, drag first, then sprint, then the harness with very short time rest, rest between exercises, but between sets, very, very short time rest, like a partner workout. So you're gonna drag 150 feet, then your partner drags it, then you drag it, then he drags it. And we go like this 3-4 sets. Same thing with a sprint, same thing with a harness. Those are very, very hard workout, and I can tell you they all hate me at Invictus right now. Nobody wants to talk to me anymore. I come in, they're like, yeah, whatever. Garrett Fisher is angry at me lately. It's awesome. Like, that Invictus mindset is being put to the test. That's gonna make them so strong mentally too, because they get very, very frustrated, because when you don't train that particular energy system, it's not there, no matter how tough you think you are. By the 3rd set, you're done. 4th set, you start to crumble, and then you're done. You have to train those energy systems. And that's why I use the prowler so much. I use it exactly for that. And so in the template, you will see we have a lot of drags, a lot of sprints, a lot of harness, like the bear crawl, basically. And those movements, it's 150 feet. I expect everybody to give me 100%. Like, don't think, oh, there's 2 more sets coming, there's the rest of the workout, I have to train tonight. No. I want you, when you do those movements, to only think about one thing. I'm gonna make it over there. I'm gonna take this weight, make it over there, and give me everything you have. It's 100 feet, 150 feet, whatever it says on the template. And the only thing that matters at that moment is those 30 seconds. The 30 seconds that it takes to take the weight that is here and to put it over there. And all that matters in your head. For 30 seconds, you're free. Nothing else matters. There's no mortgage, there's no rent, there's no kids, there's no wife or husband. The only thing there is you and the weight for the next 30 seconds. And that's what you're going to give me. 30 seconds. In that, or the type of the sprint is going to be 12 seconds, but you're going to give me that. You're going to give me those 12 seconds, and you're going to give me everything you have for that amount of time. And will it be painful? Excessively. Are you going to make it to the 5th round? Probably not. But for those few seconds, you're going to burn the questions. You're going to destroy that weight. It's going to be yours. You're going to own your training. You're going to own that weight. You're going to take it from here. You're going to put it over there, and you're going to give me everything that you have. That's what the template is based for, okay? So whenever you drag, it's a one-arm drag, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. That's gonna take 30 seconds, and for 30 seconds, that's all you're gonna do. You're not gonna think about the next set, you're not gonna think about the next training session, nothing matters. For 30 seconds, you are free, because the only thing that matters is you and the weight, and that's what you're gonna give me. You're gonna give me every set where it's the only thing that matters. Just give me that one set. If you go so hard that you start cramping and you're done for the day, awesome, you did better. The harder you go at this, the worse you're going to feel. If you're in so much pain you can barely walk, you did awesome. By the way, this is designed in a way that you're going to wake up the next day and you will not be sore. You will not be beat up because it's low eccentric, low skill, low weight bearing. Your body will not be beat up. Your mind will be though. It will crush you mentally, and that's the point. It will make you stronger because you will learn to burn the questions. The next training session that you have, you look at the weight and you'll go, okay, fuck it, let's just lift the weight. Burn the questions. The template is designed for things like that. So whenever you see those prowler workouts, I expect 100% on every single sprint. If you have not crushed your soul by the end of it, you didn't do it, okay? And so that's very important. And then you'll see also the rope pull. The rope pull, we're going to come up with some technique for how to do it correctly. I expect people's body not to stand up too much, because then you stop using your lats and your bicep the way I want. I want a hinge and the body parallel to the ground as much as possible. And then I expect same thing, full effort. One set at a time, one exercise at a time, but full effort every time. This is not a CrossFit workout. You do enough of those out there, the 12, the 20 minutes, the 30 minutes workout, you do those. You learn to pace, you learn to win competition there. This is awesome. But for that one workout, you're gonna give me everything you have on very short time, very explosive moments, okay? So it's very important that you understand that part. Rope pull, overhead carry, same thing. So you have a lot of overhead yoke carry. Why? Because you stabilize in that frontal plane, very important. Rope pull, why? Because we're gonna work supinated, not pronated, but supinated. We're going to engage the frontal plane, which we don't use in CrossFit, and we're finally going to engage those lats, but without reverting to the trap. Oops, sorry. Without reverting to the trap. We're going to stay low and engage those lats. So the rope pull is an excessively important movement for all of you to stabilize your shoulder, to stabilize all that. It is very, very important. You don't have a rope, go buy one. We sell some on the website. It's very important that you do rope pull. Whoops, sorry, I keep messing with the tire. Farmer's walk, I love the farmer's walk too because it's a load, you have to pick it up, a carry and a hold at the same time. So it's all types of movement. It allows the traps to work in that isometric contraction we never work, which is the primary function of the trap. It's not to shrug, it's actually to hold. And you have to engage your chest, you have to engage your lats. The farmer's walk carry is a great movement, so that's in it. Sandbag squats, that to teach you internal rotation on the squat. I've never seen someone messing up the sandbag squats. You can mess up the form on a bar. It seems to be much harder to do with a sandbag. I'll go into why another day. There's a lot of sandbag carries, long sandbag carries, light but very long. Why? Because for all the people out there that are using just their lower back, the shark fins that we see in CrossFit, you won't last 400-meter walk with a sandbag if you just use your back. You will have to use your glutes, your obliques, your hammies, so your entire posterior chain. You're gonna have to distribute the load, because by 200 meters, if you have a tendency to, to do those things with your back all the time, to staying very upright and trying to load just a lower back like this, it's gonna burn so bad because it's a long walk. And so you're gonna have to learn to distribute the weight everywhere in order to carry that sandbag. And that's the point, because obviously that's what we want with the weight as well, right? And I've been very happy with this. And so all that template, all the exercise that you see at Invictus, everybody does it. Not exactly designed the same, because I have the team and then I have the individual athletes, but they'll do exactly the exercises you're gonna do in the template. And so, the Wednesday morning is a lot of the sprints, the prowler, the bear crawl, the drag and everything. Saturday, is the overhead carry, the yoke work. Wednesday is the rope pulls, Saturday is the farmer's walk. And so same exercises, just paced a little bit differently because we have different needs for them. But it's basically the same exercises. Those are all my favorite exercises that I make everybody do. And so I like that program a lot. It's basically, I think you should go get it. I'm very happy with it. We have had great results. And it's not just the physical aspect. Obviously, this is a program, as I was saying, designed to balance athletes and making sure, shoulder problem, lower back issues, knee issues, all that is covered in this. But the mental approach of the template is also great because you're going to push hard. And you're going to make those workouts as hard as you want them to be. Like, you don't need to do more. 3 sets of parallel sprints. It doesn't matter. It's not about doing more. More is not better. Better is better. If you go harder on the sprints, you probably won't make it to 3 sets. There is some workouts where I don't expect people, if they go really hard, to finish. That's okay, that's normal. A lot of it is, is going past adversity, and they can tell you that on Wednesday morning. Like, a lot of them are struggling through the workout on purpose because at the CrossFit game they're going to face that, right? And then they have a very short turnaround, usually 90 minutes. Then they're going to have to do a long AMRAP ad Invictus, and we built it like this because when they get to the AMRAP, they don't want to do it. They crush mentally. The last thing they want to do is a 25-minute AMRAP. But guess what? That's what we're going to see at the games. So we're preparing them mentally for that as well. And that's the template for all of you guys. It's going to be this also, because you're going to have to learn to dig into those that afterburner button and get into that ridiculous amount of work, and then wake up the next morning and go do a max snatch or whatever things you have in your normal program. So this is designed for the physicality of it, obviously, but also for the mental aspect, because it's going to put you in very uncomfortable places you're not used to going anymore. You're not necessarily going to like it, but it will make you better. Okay? So my schedule is a lot better, so now I'm back on track. I moved to San Diego, everything is good. It's 8 o'clock, I'm about to go train a little bit more. And then back on the videos, and 3 weeks from now we have the CrossFit Games, so everything is moving, and after that go straight to Europe. Things are moving very fast right now. Everybody's doing really well at Invictus, I'm very happy. Christine Holty is back, I think Christy Hatkins is coming, so we got the entire team getting bigger right now. Everybody is gearing for the CrossFit Game. It's going to be very exciting, and I hope I see a lot of you guys out there. Okay, talk to you soon, guys. Burn the questions. See you soon.